The Hydrocarbon Pollution Remediation Project, Hyprep, is tasked with the critical mission of remediating Ogoniland and restoring its livelihood. Welcome, it's Inside Hyprep, your in-depth look at the agency's activities, achievements, and challenges in the Ogoni cleanup. Hyprep confident in the cleanup of Ogoniland. Hyprep funds research to restore blood cockles. Hyprep partners with the Rivers State government to provide quality health care to Ogoni people.
Hyprep's project coordinator, Professor Nebarani Zabi, has begun this year's cleanup campaign with a site inspection to Kedere Creek in Gokana local government area, where shoreline remediation efforts are in full swing. Remediation workers were diligently seen flushing out and gathering oil sediments along the shoreline under the watchful eyes of Professor Zabi. Worthy of note is the shoreline remediation stands at 25% completion, covering 123 creeks in Ogoni. The project coordinator also engaged with the Kedere community, holding a town hall meeting with chiefs, elders, and youth leaders to discuss the progress and challenges of the cleanup. From there, Professor Zabi visited water treatment plants in Bire, Kana local government area, and Bunu Tai local government, which are nearing completion and set to be commissioned soon. The general completion for water stands at 55.56% of 14 lots, totaling 35 projects in 68 communities.
Okay, so we are doing sustainable cleanup in Ogoniland, and what that entails is that apart from the design and award of contract, it is important that go to the field from time to time to assess how our contractors are working, and also to encourage the community workers, because what we are doing is a community-centered project. So it's driven by the local communities, particularly the youth and women. So going to the field to see what they are doing and to encourage them is very important. It helps in enhancing the speed of the work and the quality of the work. And then we move to Berry, where we are building a massive water project. It's ready for commissioning. So we are very impressed by the level of work done there. Right now we are in Bono, and Bono is a local government area. That's a very massive water scheme that is also slated for commissioning anytime next month. So we are delighted that more communities in Ogoni will have access to potable water. The way we have structured it, every two months this year, we'll be commissioning water projects. So more communities in Ogoni will have access to potable water. Water is life. And so we feel by providing them with potable water and by strengthening the hospitals, by creating jobs for the youth, and by remediating all contaminated lands and wetlands, and the life of the people will be rejuvenated, the livelihoods of the people will be enhanced, and the quality of life of the people will also improve. So I'm happy to go around today.
Professor Zabe expressed delight upon spotting oysters and barnacles thriving on mangrove prop roots in the Ogoni creeks, a positive sign of environmental recovery in the region.
Yes, so I was very excited seeing oysters on the prop root of the red mangrove. For quite some time, I've not seen oysters on the prop root. And because they are very sensitive to oil toxicity, given the fact that they live attached to the prop root or hanging root of red mangrove, and they are filter feeders. And being filter feeders, whenever the tide rises, then they receive food particles from the water that submerged them, and they can only thrive where the level of oiling are reduced significantly. So the presence of oyster is an indication of improvement in the ecosystem. We refer to species like oysters as indicator species. When you see them, it tells you that the environment is beginning to be conducive. We did not only see oysters, we also saw barnacles on the prop root. So we are confident that the more oil we take out of the sediment, the more the conditions of the creeks will improve, and the more the fishes will come in and breed in the mangroves, and the more the livelihood of the local people will be enhanced.
He also seized the opportunity to announce Hyprep's introduction of the non-destructive aquaculture in its training programs this year.
This year, we will embark on a lot of training for the youth and women of Ogoni. And an area that we want to place more emphasis on is the aspect of agribusiness. So building their capacity in aquaculture, non-destructive aquaculture, because we will not support aquaculture that will destroy the ecosystem. So we are going to train them on sustainable aquaculture. And that will enhance food security in the region, and Ogoni will contribute to national food security. So what we are doing is not just for the Ogoni people, it's for contiguous communities. It's also for the Nigerian nation as a whole, because Ogoni used to be a food basket of this region. And what we are doing, we return Ogoni to those good old days.
Apart from shoreline remediation and mangrove restoration, the hydrocarbon pollution remediation project Hyprep has taken further steps to restore the Ogoni ecosystem goods and services by funding a research and culturing of bloody cocoa at the Nigeria Institute of Oceanography and Marine Research, Buguma, in Asaritoru local government of Rivers State, led by Dr. Mrs. Olajumoke Edun, the Director of Marine Research. Professor Zabe said the initiative was in line with Hyprep's mandate of restoring the environment with species like the bloody cocoa, oysters, and other seafoods back into Ogoni creeks.
The environment. And restoring the environment includes restoring keystone species like the bloody cocoa, oyster, and all the other ones you mentioned. But for the people of Ogoni, which is the focus of our work, bloody cocoa is very important.
The PC also explained that in restoring the environment, the project is interested in mostly women and children, describing them as drivers of the local economy.
Because it has supported the livelihoods of the people for centuries, particularly women and young people, as well as children. Because, we started collecting cockles when we were in primary school. And, personally, I have some bit of emotional attachment to the bloody cocoa. And so, in every home in Bodo and in Bomo and, neighboring Andoni, the cocoa was harvested by the people. And apart from the fact that the meat is very nutritious because it contains protein, essential and non-essential amino acids, iron, fat, and carbohydrate. The shells are either used in ornamental production or used in reinforcing concrete, and it has supported livelihoods for centuries. So for us, we want to restore the livelihoods of the Ogoni people. And we are most interested in the drivers of the economy, the women and the young people that go to fish, go to harvest bloody cocoa. And so while we are cleaning, we do not want to wait until we are done with the cleanup before we think about the next steps. We have to adopt a holistic approach, and that is why we are interested in bloody cocoa culture, because we cannot rely on the natural recruitment, because as you know, the bloody cocoa naturally live in disjointed ecosystems. So in a creek where you have many tidal flats, they will decide to be on certain tidal flat, but they will not be on certain tidal flats, particularly because of salinity and particle sizes, which are the main determinants of their distribution pattern.
Before going extinct due to an oil spill, bloody cocoa was a nutritional source of protein and livelihood to people living in the coastal communities. The PC took a tour of the facility to see the lab, the hatchery, and the experimental pond. Before taking his leave, Professor Zabe made donations of research equipment including a microscope to the institute. Hyprep Project Coordinator Professor Barini Zabe welcomed the Rivers State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Adaise Chidimma Ore, to his office in Port Harcourt. During the meeting, the Rivers State government reaffirmed its commitment to collaborating with Hyprep's mandate to ensure access to quality healthcare services for the Ogoni people.
Thank you very much, first of all, for the very warm welcome which we have experienced here at the Hyprep office. The main focus of this meeting was initially to just say thank you to Hyprep for all the commendable work that is being done to strengthen the health and development of the people of Ogoniland. And from this meeting, so many other things have come forth, a lot more that we didn't even know about, of the efforts that Hyprep has been making, and of course broader discussions on what we knew about the coming cottage hospital and the specialist hospital. Now, in relation to how this aligns with the Rivers State government's health agenda, one of our key pillars is strengthening the accessibility of our people to quality healthcare. And in accessibility, I mean geographical accessibility and financial accessibility. And what Hyprep is doing with the soon to be commissioned specialist hospital and cottage hospital in Ogoniland is going to enhance the accessibility of the people of Ogoniland to quality healthcare services. We, on our parts in the Rivers State government, from the Rivers State Ministry of Health, through the Hospitals Management Board, we have also further discussions with Hyprep today on how we can further assist in ensuring that the quality of services provided in those facilities align with the goals and the mindset that brought those facilities to be. And this is specifically around manpower. And so we'll be working closely with Hyprep to ensure the deployment of skilled health workforce to the cottage hospital following commissioning and of course formal handover. And we also await the wisdom of the Governing Council of Hyprep to outline the strategic framework, the operational framework for the specialist hospital. Of course, because we have a close working relationship, we'll be informed of how Hyprep's Governing Council seeks for that facility to be run. But I wanted to emphasize at today's meeting, speaking with Prof and speaking with his team, that the Rivers State Ministry of Health is keen to work closely with Hyprep to ensure that the people of Ogoniland are not left behind in terms of access to quality healthcare as we pursue the mandate of health for all rivers as part of His Excellency Governor Fubara's healthcare agenda for Rivers State.
In his remarks, Professor Zabe highlighted the importance of the collaboration between Hyprep and the State Health Ministry, emphasizing the need for collective efforts to provide quality healthcare to the Ogoni people.
So we knew from the beginning that the Ministry of Health is a very important stakeholder in the framework of our operation. So we've been working with the Ministry of Health right from the time we strengthened the 4 hospitals in Ogoni. This year we will strengthen more hospitals in Ogoni. And of course, we are building the Ogoni Specialist Hospital and the Bua Cottage Hospital. I've also informed the Honorable Commissioner that this year we are launching a comprehensive public health study of Ogoni. That will be led by the World Health Organization. And so we will need the support of the Rivers State Ministry of Health in undertaking that study. The study will last for 3 years. We expect to see the relationship between exposure to hydrocarbon contamination and human health.
Professor Zabe also revealed findings from Hyprep's recent medical outreach, which indicated a high prevalence of visual impairment in the region. He urged the Commissioner to consider deploying more eye care specialists to address this pressing issue.
I've also used this important meeting to inform the Honorable Commissioner that we've been conducting medical outreach in Ogoni, and that we've seen a pattern in terms of the cases that the people present at those medical approaches. And one of it is the prevalence of visual impairment. So I've asked the Honorable Commissioner to integrate that observation in our posting to include doctors that can take care of the eye challenges in Ogoniland. So it's been a wonderful meeting. We'll continue to work collaboratively to provide robust, fit-for-purpose health support to the Ogoni people.
It's time to go, but before we do so, we'll leave you with the highlights of the 2025 Ogoni National Day celebration.
very respected leaders of MOSOP, ladies and gentlemen. My business here this afternoon is very simple. I have been asked by my boss, my principal, the project coordinator of the hydrocarbon pollution remediation project, Hyprep, Professor Neni Bainizabe, who has asked me to convey a solidarity message of the Honorable Minister of Environment, Mene Balarabe Abbas Lawal. He's asked me to congratulate the good people of Ogoniland and of indeed MOSOP on the occasion of the Ogoni Day 2025. He's asked me to tell the good people of Ogoni that Hyprep is in solidarity with the movement of the survival of Ogoni people, and of course, indeed, the Ogoni people in ensuring that will bring environmental sustainability and of course restore the livelihood of the good people of Ogoni. He's asked me to tell us that Hyprep is on course, delivering over 130 projects that have direct impact on the good people of Ogoni. And he has asked me to tell us to continue to keep the peace. He's asked me to tell us that if Hyprep will be successful, if Hyprep will successfully implement the cleanup projects, we will continue to seek your support. We will continue to seek your buy-in. And of course, he's asked that we continue to keep the peace. Once again, congratulations to you, congratulations for keeping the peace, and congratulations for supporting Hyprep. Thank you very much.